I'm definitely reactive. Hello, guys. I'll wait a few minutes for everybody to come in. If I'm talking randomly, by the way, it's because my partner is in my ear. Hey, Jennifer, how's it going? We are streaming till I am too loopy to stream. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to stream for a little bit. But I did take pain meds and Benadryl, so I'm getting loopy real quick today. Good. See, this is funny. Currently, it says my counter is 0 and that there's nobody here. Now it says 1 finally. Ow, my belly hurts. Hello, Al. Hello. Just kind of waiting for people to join. Hey, Leo. Are you going to come say hi? I am doing pretty decently at the moment. I am at home, so that's a good sign. But yeah, I am doing better. Much better. Leo, come back. I was not... Being out of the hospital is a good step. I am on IV belly. You can chill it out for a minute. I'm on IV antibiotics at home for at least 4 weeks. And yeah, I had a new port put in. Had a port taken out. Leo, stop it. Hey, Leo, hang on. No, you cannot tear up the carpet right there. Did you grab paper? Or are you tearing up carpet? I don't know if he's playing or if he's tearing up my carpet. Because he can play all he wants. But he cannot tear up my carpet. Yeah, he's a naughty little thing. But he's so sweet. The other one is chilling right here. Simon, yep, you exist. Simon hasn't left my side pretty much the whole time since I got home. Except when he got mildly pissed off at me for taking his desk that he sits under. Because I was playing Minecraft, so I needed it in front of me, and heaven forbid both my lap and his favorite spot be taken up. So. But Leo's very happy that I'm home, but he's a much more independent cat. So he just comes in when he wants affection and attention and food. But he's in play mode right now, so unfortunately, he sorry, there's in my ear. Hey, ping me when you're done, because I'm or if you can mute for a minute, babe. There you go. Okay. I bought the cat some toys. I splurged a little bit, probably spent more money than I should have, but I needed some stuff for my cats. Like, they need some more enrichment, because currently I'm not able to be up and playing with them a ton. So I did get to go home, Wild One. Home. I got in the car and I said, I'm going home. Tell the world I'm going home. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. Yeah, I sing that whenever I go home. We were just waiting the last couple of days. So Tuesday and Wednesday were literally just wait days because we had to put my port in. Wait, what day is this? So basically it was just a sit in the hospital and do nothing type of deal, but I had to be there because I was on IV antibiotics. And then Thursday they put my port in. See, I was supposed to get my port done at 4 o'clock on Thursday, and then they called. So it was kind of funny. I don't know if I told this story already. But they called up to my floor and they're like, hey, they're not having surgery till 4 o'clock. Why are they, you don't have to keep them off their feet until noon. you know. So they're like, go ahead and turn the feed back on. Well, then 5 minutes later, they called and said, turn it off again because we're going to put him as the first appointment. We had an emergent case, and now we're going to have him as the first appointment. So we're coming to get him in like 10 minutes. So that happened. And I was glad because, you know, getting it done earlier is better than I wished we could have gone home on Thursday, but yeah. But I have a big kind of story about that, what went on. But yeah, as for back to the cat story. So Leo is a very, very smart cat. And this cat needs some mental stimulation because he seems to be just getting kind of bored. Because I'm not at my normal, I can play with my cats level. Hang on one second, I gotta fix this heating pad. Oh, it's doing a pain. I'm not at my normal, I can play with my cats level right now. So they need some interaction, some mental stimulation and stuff like that. Itch. So I decided to buy Leo a cat puzzle because he is really smart. He got like this penguin for Christmas, and it dispenses treats, and he literally figured that out in 2 seconds flat. But then I got to noticing he's a puzzle. He's interested in that type of thing. So I pulled down the dog puzzle, and he was trying to do it. So he was a little, it wasn't set up for a cat, you know, it's set up for a big ass dog. So I decided I was going to buy him a puzzle. Cats do not cause schizophrenia. But I bought him a puzzle so he can have some treats with the puzzle, you know, get him active and mentally stimulated to get the treats. I'm pretty sure he's going to figure this out in like 5 seconds flat. That's what you were saying, Wild One. But then I bought them those catnip ball things that you can like stick on the walls and stuff, and they can like lick it and rub on it. I bought them that because I feel like they'll have a lot of fun with it. And thirdly, I bought a replica, basically, of Simon's favorite thing on the entire planet. We used to have one, but it got lost. Or it got broken and lost. So I got him a new one. It's one of those toys where it's like, it's an automatic one. You just turn it on. And it has a circle of fabric around it. And there's like a little arm underneath with feathers. And then there's one on the top that they can play with too. And this is literally Simon's favorite toy in the entire world. I've never seen this cat go so bonkers over a toy. He loves it. Hang on, I'm really thirsty. I gotta have a drink. So that's what I bought for them. See, I was only supposed to go on Amazon and get covers for my port so I can take showers. I ended up spending $80 because port covers were $25. The one toy was $25. The puzzle was $17, and then the catnip balls were like $12. Oh, you're good. I forget who I tell things to all the time, because I have 2 roommates and I forget which one I told, plus best friend, plus Chloe, plus online friends. Like, I forget who I've told what to. So, yesterday was a little bit of a whirlwind with getting out of the hospital. So, we were getting everything ready to go. And I talked to my pharmacist, Jake, and everything beforehand, because I was asking him about getting Emla cream and stuff like that, which is the numbing cream, which I don't know if I can get from my new company. I have to call them tomorrow and ask them. Anyway, so we found out when Jake started to run my antibiotic through my insurance. Yes, Jake from State Farm. No, Jake from KU Home Infusion. Everybody makes that joke. He's such a kind guy too. I love my infusion company. You're good. You were just in my ear and I couldn't focus on what I was saying. By the way, if I'm randomly talking, it's because Chloe is in my ear. I technically could take them off headphones, but it's you can't. They can just go watch my stream if they want to. But anyway, so they were running my insurance for my antibiotic, and they found out that they are no longer in network for my insurance as of the 1st, which is really funny because I'm pretty sure they sent through something before the 1st, but I could be wrong. No, they didn't send it for the 1st. Whatever. So yeah, we had to then go through the rigmarole of finding somebody. We were going to go with one company, Quorum, but they didn't take my secondary insurance. They only took my primary, and we need them to take both. So then we found another one, Option Care, and they take both. So I started with them, which is a really big bummer because KU has been really good. Like, I've been using them for a year and a half, 2 years now, and I absolutely love all of them. Jake is really, really, really helpful. He's like, if you have questions, call me. Because he ended up calling me yesterday afternoon while I was sitting on the toilet, mind you, before we left. And he was like, I'm sorry. Like, we didn't know this was happening. We're really sorry. We're going to miss you. He's like, we've built up such a, good little relationship between, you and us. And like, it was a little goodbye call, and I was just like, that breaks my heart. Like, it's so simple. Like, I think I've met Jake once in person, and I was too out of it to actually realize if that was Jake or not, but it was Jake. So I've met them a little bit, but I've been working with them for a year, talking to them every week. You just build that kind of relationship with your healthcare team, the ones that you're working with on a regular basis. And so I'm really, really bummed. Because KU is so easy to work with because they're for that hospital specifically and stuff, and they're really good to work with. I could call them any time of day. I still can call any time of day, but yeah. So I've switched, and it makes me sad. However, because of the switch, I have to do my fluids differently. So I'm hooked up right now. I don't know why I'm like, oh, I can't show them what I'm doing. No, I'm hooked up. So I have IVs to use from when I was in the hospital. I had a whole week's worth basically to use up. So I'm kind of running continuous IVs right now. But my IVs were coming in these little balls. They start off really, really big. Like this outer shell is stretched as much as it can. It's called an elastomeric ball. And it's pressurized to deliver the fluid at a specific rate for me, which is 250 an hour. Anyway, so they were like coming in to teach me things for my antibiotic yesterday, and she's like, "Oh, so this is how you'll do your fluids. You're not going to have the elastomeric ball. We're going to have a gravity system, blah blah blah." Well, I can't do gravity because gravity requires it to be able to be above my head, and it's on an IV pole, and I can't get an IV pole around my house while also carrying a feeding tube and stuff. It just does not work. The IV poles they send are crap. I have one. Actually, I might have thrown it away, so yeah. But they're crap. They don't roll on carpet at all. They're flimsy. They don't hang enough weight. They're like meant for a single bag. So I'm like, hey, we can't do that. I am mobile. I need to be mobile because like I might run my fluids and end up needing to run to the ER. So I have to be not tied down to an IV pole. So they opted to do a pump system. So I will be on a pump again, which I'm actually okay with this because a lot of times my elastomeric balls don't really they don't flow at the right rate. So sometimes I have to, it's too slow or it'll take 3 hours. Now, mind you, they set me up to do a liter in 2 hours. I'm going to have them change that because I need it to go over 4 hours at least. I was actually going to ask them to go at 100 an hour because I'm going to be hooked up to everything anyway. I might as well be doing it, at a decent, let's not flush your system type of deal. So, oh, do you guys want to see the new puppers from Tykables? I know you do. I'm going to kind of show, I'm going to try to set it up so I can show both at the same time. Wait, you're not home. Oh. All right, so first off, I have one on. I'm not going to get up to show it on me because I am too sore and too lazy. But I'll show you kind of like the bag. It is opened up, so it's not the prettiest looking, but I'll do a full review of it. But, okay, one of my favorite parts about this diaper is the back. I'm not going to show every single one, but I'll show some of it, or at least this one. So here's this one. It is their hook and loop system, of course, which is my favorite thing in the whole world. That's one reason I go with Tykables so much. But they went with a little more of a positional print this time. Obviously, you've got you're getting a diaper in right now. I am in a diaper 24/7, so yeah, my diaper's already on. It's changed for the morning. But it has the hydrants. It's got kind of similar to their usual style. But it's definitely a positional print. See, that goes that way. I'm not gonna undo it, but I have to show you my favorite part of this diaper real quick, which is the back. It's got a little firehouse on it. It's so damn cute. I'm really excited about these. So I will be doing a review soon of them for sure. But they're really comfy. Wait, you didn't see it? I know, I will show you a better view in a little while. But yeah, they're good. So far, so good. I wore one all night. I am currently peeing like a freaking racehorse because I've been on continuous fluids for over a week. So that's like 2 liters a day. I'm doing so good though with the POTS symptoms. Oh my God. I swear to God, I need to be on fluids continuously all the time. However, if we do that, we've got to bump down my flush rate. Probably got to bump down my flush rate just a little bit on my feeding tube, because I am peeing through diapers like crazy. It is a good thing. It's been a while since I've actually been like using a decent amount of diapers and actually peeing a decent amount, so it is a good thing. However, we do run into the problem slightly where I kind of need boosters at night. Because my diaper didn't leak overnight, but as soon as I got up and sat on the end of the bed, it definitely had some press out. It was so full. Every hydrant was gone. So yeah, I've been drenching diapers like crazy, which is yes, it's very good. Being hydrated is wonderful. I feel so good as far as the POTS goes. I'm not woozy. I do still have heart rate shifts and stuff like that. That's still gonna happen, but they're not as severe. And they're like itchy. Fun fact, I will not use Tykables boosters, by the way, because they have no adhesive backing, and I hate that because I take my diaper off to go number 2 all the time, and the booster likes to fall out. So I use preferably Tykables boosters. Not Tykables. ABU's boosters are my favorites. But yeah. Dude, I came home yesterday to a mountain of boxes. And I'm not joking. 10 of these boxes are a feeding tube. Another shot. 10 of those boxes were feeding tube supplies, like my formula, my Pedialyte, all that. And then I ordered my month's worth of snacks and candy and stuff. Like I ordered a bunch of stuff. Just to have, some of it will last longer than a month and I will not need to purchase it again. But I ordered a bunch of stuff. Quite honestly, I may not need to purchase a bunch of stuff next month, but we'll see. No, another. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Sorry, I'm starting to get loopy, so it's hard to focus a little bit. No, it's just that it's another shot. No, another. North Shore. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I don't use North Shore so much right now. It's been a while since I've used their boosters. North Shores aren't horrible if I remember correctly. No, that is what I have. I don't know. I either have the power-ups or the North Shore ones. I'm honestly not sure. I only have one left. So I might see if Andrew is willing to help me order some order some boosters. Holy crap, there's a lot of people online in that server. How many? A-Disc. Diggy. Wait, is that Diggy? Only one of the people, if that's who I think it is who I would be willing to interact with. I'm still in A-Disc. Because I'm staying there. Who is Little Lee? Please tell me that's not Leah. Oh no. Anyway, sorry. Hey babe, I see your comment. Ooh, maybe. Oh, it's so funny. Andrew's doing some shopping apparently. Anyway, I am loopy. You can tell I'm starting to not be able to like focus on more than one task. But yeah. North Shore, I don't buy from them very much because they charge shipping. So, like, but yeah, I'm sorry. I need it. Oh, I forgot to put my ice back in the freezer. Whoops. Thankfully, the port is doing pretty good, pain-wise. Because I've had so many of them, I feel like it kind of doesn't affect me as badly. I do have to still take it really easy, because I did just have surgery. I had 2 surgeries, a couple days apart. I have been under anesthesia 3 times in less than a week. So yeah, because I had to go under for the transesophageal echocardiogram. That's a mouthful. Basically, internal ultrasound of your heart. But they put you fully out for that. They're like, you're out. I don't think I had a breathing tube though. I think it was MAC anesthesia. I will say the girl that was recovering me from that was a little bit rude. She's like, Kai, it's time to wake up. Kai, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. We need to get you back to your room. We got more patients. And mind you, they only have like one nurse that they have for this. It's a very small department. It's not like endoscopy or anything like that where they have a bunch of people. Although it should be, but you don't do these that often. But so she was like trying to wake me up, and being woken up like that from anesthesia is not fun. I was so groggy. That was a day I literally slept like the entire day. I talk in a stream. I'm talking to stream. I'm talking to the stream. I know you know this story. No, I know you know this story, though. I'm like, I was confused by your response. No, it's not, but that's okay. Because of anesthesia. You knew I was going under. Oh, she wasn't being she wasn't bad, but she was definitely, she was pushing me to wake up, which I don't like. That's not why I was groggy, though. Her thing was not, that's not why I was groggy. I was just groggy because of anesthesia and no sleeping. Okay, 25 is definitely not high enough for this. Ew. That's a gross comment, and I'm going to comment on that, because that's gross. Gross. No, it's not anything you can do. It was just a person. Ugh. Somebody made a comment of sucking my balls before I get neutered. I'm like, that's really not something that you should be saying. It's not on YouTube. It's on ADisc. It was gross. You give the nurses dirty nightmares or dirty looks when they try. Yeah, I'm kind of a slow wake up person from anesthesia, but like when I go to IR, once I'm awake, I'm pretty awake for a while, and then I will crash after a bit. But this time I was just really groggy. And I think it's mostly because I didn't sleep all night that night, so yeah. Dude, guys, I've had a cyst behind my ear. Or what I thought was a cyst. I figured it was a cyst. I finally got it to fucking, like, drain a little bit last night, which is really nice. Mind you, it'll come back. It's a cyst, it'll come back. If it's a cyst, it will come back. And then I'd have to get it, like, if I want it gone, it has to surgically be removed. Which, a little cyst behind my ear is not that big a deal. It was literally, like, less than the size of a pea. But I will say, then outside of that particular situation, the nurses at my hospital are fantastic. I had one who seemed a little bit cranky, and she was Jamaican, I believe, and she was very, very hard to understand. So there was a little bit of a barrier and disconnect there. She was my night shift nurse, though, so it wasn't that big a deal. But, yeah. But, yeah, so I'm looking forward to. Oh, you guys want to see some fabric I got? I did a naughty thing while I was in the hospital. This is why you do not have me, board in the hospital. Because I spent probably more money than I should have on some fabrics. But in my defense, it's all knits. And they had a 70% off of clearance sale going on. And a lot of these fabrics are not being brought back. They're on clearance because they're getting discontinued. And so I had to snatch them up. And you'll see why in a minute. Hi, Leo. Fun thing. Cats got into pipe cleaners while I was gone. And there was a whole pile of them on the floor. Come here, Leo. Kitty, kitty. Leo, come on. Come here. I have a brush. I have brush and comb. Where is it? I need to go through them. We need to do flea treatment today. What's this? Oh, that gets him every time. Literally, he looks, don't mind my room, it's messy right now, but he saw the brush and is like, oh, here I am. There you go. All you needed brushing. This one is a shit brush, but it's better than nothing. It barely pulls any hair out, which is annoying. I spent like $10 on, no, I did not spend $10 on this brush. The $4 brush I bought is a lot better than this one. I just will not ever buy a plastic bristled brush ever again because they really don't do shit other than to make Leo happy because he loves to get brushed, and so that serves that purpose. You are hurting my leg. Would you like to brush your face, Leo? He's my sweet boy. You're my sweet boy today. He is a very sweet cat. He's just he's got a lot of energy, and it gets into things. When he's bored, he'll get into stuff. So, I'm going to have to wash that flannel. So, I'm not doing the one thing about being in the hospital is environmentally, typically it's a lot safer for my mast cell. Perfume-wise, not so much. Because why nurses wear perfumes, I do not know. It's stupid. But they do it anyway. However, at home, I'm reactive, as you can see. My eyes are pretty puffy. Oh, that's not Digi. Okay. That's a new person. Okay. I thought it was Digi. Anyway, found out 2 weeks ago that we've been getting this like nasty level of dust, and it's like brown yucky dust. It's not just typical dust, and it's gross. And I finally figured out why it is a couple weeks ago, and it's because Andrew took the filter out of the furnace. So it's really nasty dust. And I told him, I'm like, you got to get a furnace or a filter because like this is actually dirty enough that it's like setting a film over all of my medical supplies. And that's dangerous when it comes to my port, all that jazz. So I kind of yelled at him. To get a filter. I'm gonna message him again and be like, if you can at all, please go get a filter. Yes, they are expensive. Our apartment complex does supply them, but they don't. Not all the furnaces are the same, and they just buy one that's generally gonna fit and make it work. It's the wrong kind of filter, so we have to buy it, and yeah, it's terrible. Like the dust is horrid. Right now I'm looking at my sewing chair that's black leather, and it's looking brown right now because there's so much nasty dust. Like it's bad. So when you have allergies to my level, you have to be careful with that stuff. And I'm like, dude, you're killing me here. Leo found something to play with. What you got, Leo? But yeah, we're just chilling at home for the next while. I have a fairly free week not free month, but I have a fairly free month with appointments. So far, I think all of my appointments are telehealth. So that's good. No, there might be one that is not telehealth. It's in person because I want to kind of face-to-face it with this doctor. Hello. I go by Kai, by the way. No longer use Brittany, except for in medical situations. Also, do it refresh me on who you are, because I'm not sure I recognize the name right now. But yeah, preferably use Kai. I am he, him pronouns. The only time I use Brittany is in legal settings right now because it's legally my name. Hopefully I can change that before too long because I really, really want to change it. I just got a new ID, or I would change my gender marker as well, but at least changing, well, I mean, if I'm going to have to get a new ID anyway, because it's not going to be my legal name anymore. One thing I love about my hospital guys is they very much so use my preferred name, except for like verifying that it's me. But I could honestly tell them Kai Hemphill and it would pull up, I think, because I'm in there as Kai. They don't mind sharing my last name. I've done it before. But I will be changing my entire name when I do it. I'm going to be Kai Alexander. And then my last name, which is my mother's maiden name. I asked her if I could take it. And she almost cried. She was so happy and honored. Not that it's hard to get my mom to cry. She cries easy. Anyway, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go, I think. Oh, no, I was going to show you fabrics. That's what I was going to do first. I knew there was something I was forgetting. All right, we're going to show you guys some new fabrics that I got. Let me see if I can prop y'all up properly for this. Rightio. I have to bring it over in stacks because I got a lot of it. Okay. We're going to show you. So I got this one. And the colors, oh yeah, they're coming up pretty cool. I only got a yard of this, so I don't think I'll be able to make a full t-shirt out of this by itself. But I can at least get the front and sleeves, or front and back, and probably front and sleeves is what I'm going to be doing. But it's like yellow. It's kind of like a tealish blue. They call it blue, but it's very much so like a dark teal. Orange and white. I thought that was cool. I got this one. This is not my typical color, and quite honestly, I might make pants out of this just because it's not a great color to have up on my face. And I think I got enough for pants out of this one, but it's little camping dinosaurs. Look at that. It's so cute. You're going to notice a theme. A little bit with me. Oh, and then this one I got, it's just a repeat of a fabric I already do have a shirt out of, but I couldn't pass it up for $3 a yard. And that shirt could stand to be remade, quite honestly. But I wear it all the time, so I might make short sleeve versions of this. I'm not totally sure yet what I'm going to do with each one, but this one I love. Love, love. Are we noticing the theme yet? All right, and okay, so this one I really, really enjoyed. It's kind of much more my style. What are we doing, computer? It's very much so me. I love reptiles, bugs. I like nature, so I got this. I don't typically go for white, but I did because it was really cute. And then, of course, had to get the clearance Halloween fabric. Okay. So I have candy corn fabric. Making t-shirts out of that, I'm sure. And then this one. I thought this was so cute. I got like 2 yards of this. But I thought this was really, really cute. I don't know why. It's just eggs, but it's adorable, and I love it. And it's my color. Like, this teal is my color. Favorite color. And then the pièce de résistance. I got 3 yards of this one because that's what they had left. And I'm going crazy for this fabric because it's a brushed, like, knit. And it's teal and dinosaurs. And it's so soft. I'm trying to decide if I might make like a PJ set out of this. But like I got 3 yards of this stuff. It is so soft and comfy. It's a microfiber knit. But it's so soft. I will probably make as many shirts out of this as I possibly can. I do that a lot where I make like duplicate shirts all the time because I wear the heck out of my shirts. You know? I like some camo prints. I am thirsty and I don't have anything to drink in here, and that's a problem. We have a sucker thing real quick. Let me put the squeezy stuff on this. It's sour, so. These are harder to open than they should be. That's how you squeeze it. That's how you squeeze it. Nope. I won't make a blankie out of that. Well, yes, there is enough to do so. What I'm probably going to do is make like a short sleeve shirt and a long sleeve shirt. And I think this one I'm going to do hooded maybe. I don't know. It's really cute though. So we'll see what I do. I have enough blankies to, like, I have this one. This is my, it's teal on the back with silk, and it's space on the front. And I made that one to replace this one. But however, I am an autistic human being that comfort items have to kind of stay. But I have this one, same fabric on the back, but this is like animals and stuff. I love it. I have a very bad habit. I have like too many blankies that I have to take with me. I forgot I had coffee. Ooh, I might do coffee. Anyway, so I had this big box of fleece, right? It was like leftovers from when I did footed PJs for people. And I've had this thing on Marketplace for like a month. And I had said originally, if it doesn't sell in a week, I'm going to throw it away. I haven't gotten to the throwaway point. But yesterday, I got a message from someone and they're like, hey, I'm really interested in the box. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So we met up, and then she's like, yeah, we're making hats and scarves for the homeless. So that's what we're going to use the fabric for. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And like originally I had it priced at $20, but like at this point I was like ready to get rid of it, and she didn't pay me. And I'm quite honestly okay with this. I just wanted to get it away from my house. Because it's like fabric I went through and I'm not going to keep. I'm not a huge fruit punch person, but I'll eat it nonetheless. Or if I can get Andrew to do a chore for me, I'll give the other one to him. I already gave Hannah something out of there because we had great flavored stuff and suckers and stuff. Oh, I got so many suckers. But you know those like gourmet suckers that you get at like, sometimes Walmart has them. Hang on, I'll get them out real quick. But they're called gourmet. They're like old-fashioned gourmet or something, or gourmet originals. But those ones. I got, I think, 60 of them. Suckers are my jam right now, so I'm going with it. There's something that I can easily eat and like feel like I've eaten something, but they don't cause it drain issues, I guess is what you could say. But I also have Kenny Canes, so yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm getting pretty loopy here. Might need a nap because I was woken up kind of before I needed to be, because I had to go do this thing this morning. Where's my vape? So I'm going to go ahead and go. As soon as I find my vape, that is. No, I'm just kidding. That's not holding me up. What did I do with it? Probably sitting somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, I'll find it. But I will see you all another day. If any of you know how to fix this, I've tried everything I can so far. I've even sent like a report to YouTube about it. But on my computer, it says, whenever I go into the webcam live option, it says that it can't use my camera because another app is using it and another app is not using it. So if anybody knows a fix to that, please let me know. I have tried everything I could find on the internet to do, and it's just not working. So I might have to like somehow uninstall stuff and reinstall, even though it's a built-in camera. I don't know if I can do that. But for now, it is live stream on the phone. I don't like it on the phone, I will say that. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go. So you guys have an awesome day. If I get too bored, I'll be back later. And you know me, when I'm bored, I come in. But, oh, guys, if you want to, go follow my TikTok, by the way. It's Chronically Kai. Because I would love to get to 1,000 followers so that I could go live on there. That would be awesome. So, let me type what it is here. And it's not going to let me type, is it? Why does it not let me type? I am the person. Hang on. Can you share a link to my TikTok, hon? Like, yeah, just grab my link. I am so loopy. I'm probably going to take a nap because I'm not tired. It's the YouTube browser. I don't have the YouTube app. I could try that. Thank you. There's my TikTok, by the way, guys. Head over there, follow it. You'll get a lot of updates there, too, because I post a lot of things there. So, please follow it so that we can get to a live point over there. That would be amazing. All right. Yeah, Jennifer, it is on the desktop browser thing. I have looked at this for days. And it's a problem. You don't use TikTok? Oh, that's a bummer. It's pretty cool. I do a lot of stuff there. I follow a lot of like chronically ill people and whatnot. I was following a couple of ABDL artists, but creators, but I stopped following them because one of the girls was when she started her account. Hey, Tom. When this girl started her account and was like posting all this ABDL content on TikTok, she was underage. And yeah, I haven't tried using a different browser. I'll try that. So she was underage, and I'm sorry, but I do not agree with underage people being on social media with that stuff. It's I understand for some it's not a kink, but it's still a community in which you need to be 18 and up to really be doing any public content like that at all. But I didn't realize how old she was until one day she posted that she was 18, had turned 18, and she can finally do this brand deal with this one company. And I'm like, yep, nope, unfollow. I'm not going to support you as you were doing this underage, and it's really not something like you shouldn't be posting on social media like that when you are underage. I don't care how close to 18 you are, you're still not 18. And she'd been doing it for a while, so yeah. And I was following this other girl I forget. I think her name was Kat or something. I don't know what her name was, but she was cool at first. But then she made some really, I forget exactly what it was, but it was videos that immediately made me go nope. She was making fun of somebody or like rude, not somebody, but like I think what it was she was making rude comments regarding a demographic of people, and I want to say it was kind of the disabled community or something. I'm not totally sure. But your brother died. I'm so sorry, Tom. That's really, really rough. This Christmas season was our first without my grandpa. And I know a lot of people struggled with that. God, I don't want to lose siblings. Nope, I don't even want to start thinking about that. But anyway, let me go see if a different browser will work. The only other browser I have is Edge, but I gotta turn off my camera momentarily. Let me find Edge here. I hate Edge. Edge sucks. Yeah, no. Nobody. No, set later. I'm not going to set you as my default browser. I'm going to have to log into my YouTube on here, I believe. Maybe. Like, I know they're going to be in the community and such, but posting public content, never. By the way, her name was Luna. Not now. Let me get back. In diapers 05 gmail.com. But she went by Luna. So I stopped following her. Oh, fuck. What is my YouTube password? Hang on. Oh, I don't know if that's going to work. It might disconnect me while I go look this up real quick, guys. But mind you, it's not disconnecting. It's just I'm off screen, so it might say it's paused. I don't know what it does. But I got to grab this password real quick. I use Chrome. I got out of the hospital yesterday. I don't know that this is correct. Hang on. I don't know that this is correct. Hang on. But yeah, Tom, I had been in the hospital for most of December. And I was out for right before Christmas. And then I ended up back in on the 2nd of January. I don't want to open that up right now. Fuck. Oh, God's sakes. Let me go to Gmail. All right. Yeah, so what happened this last time, Tom, I was in for about a week. I did not send it. Do not reply. Okay, let me see. Yeah, that's me. Resend it. Oh, I have to open it on an iPhone. Oh, give me a second. Not now. I'm trying to get my camera to work for my streams on YouTube because they've not been working from my computer for some reason. Okay, there's my manage. Nope. Oh, wait, did I turn off my... I did turn it off. Yeah, it's a glitch on YouTube. So it tells me... Oh, allow. Wait, let me see what it says now. Nope, camera cannot be accessed because it's being used by another application. No, it's been doing this for over a week, hon. It's not a new issue. It's not, because I've tried everything from turning off Discord, restarting it, not getting back into Discord. Like, it's not working properly, and I gotta figure out why. Anyway, Tom, so I ended up back in on the 2nd. I woke up on the 2nd with really bad pain in my abdomen, like really, really, really bad pain in my abdomen. And I had my nurse. Yes, because I'm on my phone. It's not working with my computer. Anyway, so I woke up with a lot of pain in my upper left abdomen, and it just was bad. But I kind of didn't want to do anything about it. I saw my nurse that day, and I was just like, meh, we'll deal with it later. So by that night, at around 10:30, I spiked a fever, which I don't spike fevers. Even when I had COVID, I didn't spike a fever. So in the world of central lines, if you have a fever, you go to the ER and you get cultures. Well, by the time I really discovered my fever was not going away, I took Tylenol, waited for the fever to go down. The lowest we got that night was 101.4. So, are you there, hon? Oh, okay. You just had no background noise, so I'm like, okay, you're not there. No, normally you have background noise to some degree. So anyway, I decided to just take Tylenol and go to sleep. I took Tylenol. Yes, my email is still the same. But I took Tylenol, called my roommate. She was asleep, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted. That's sour. Okay. So I called Hannah. She was asleep, and I knew, I'm like, I'm only gonna call her once. If she's not awake, then we're not doing anything tonight. But I did also call Andrew to see if he was awake, to let him know what was up. Because quite honestly, I thought I had COVID, because we had we kind of sort of maybe had an exposure during Christmas, so about a week later would have been perfect. So I thought we had COVID maybe. But I knew still that we had to go in because I had a fever. I did a COVID test in the morning. It was negative. So we went into the hospital. I was still running a fever. They gave me some Tylenol and stuff for it. But anyway, they ran blood work. They did a CT scan. And they took cultures. Hang on, I gotta pull this hair off of this thing. And they ran a viral panel. All of which were negative as far as the viral panel went. They tested for cold, flu A and B, and RSV. And the COVID. So she then is like, okay, well, your blood work is fine. And I think you just have a virus. Because the CT just showed more of the same when it comes to my blockage. It's not gone, but it's not fully a blockage yet. It's still half, a partial blockage, which we're kind of thinking right now that it might be like a pseudo obstruction, which is not fun. Anyway, so she sent me home. And I told her, I don't think this is a virus. I know vaping is not much good. I understand that, please. I don't need the comments on it. I understand that vaping's not good for everybody or anybody, but I am also going through enough things that right now quitting vaping is not an option. I'm not going to put my body through that stress. Therefore, we're not quitting right now. I will eventually someday quit, I think. But right now is not that time. I'm gearing up for a move. I'm gearing up for, I'm just having a lot of medical stuff go on. So, yeah. I would appreciate not to be commented on with that because I hear it from my other roommate enough. And I just don't need to hear it. I also hear it from medical professionals all the time. Yeah, I know, Jennifer. I'm desperate when I'm in the hospital, pretty much. But I will sneak it at times. Anyway, but so what happened? Then on Wednesday morning, I had emailed my doctor overnight, and I'm like, look, we were in the ER. They said it was a virus, but everything was negative. I'm still having a lot of pain. My port was. I understand the concern. But I literally hear on a daily basis from multiple people that I need to quit. I understand the concern. But comments aren't gonna help in that case. They just make me mad, typically. So I will eventually try to quit vaping. I've done it before, but stress got in the way. And quite honestly, until I move out of this house, there is no option to quit. I can't. Anyway, so the nurse from my doctor's office called me or texted me back and is like, okay, like, how are you still running a fever this morning? How high did it get? What is the discharge looking like around your G-tube? How are you feeling? Do you have aches, chills, stuff like that? And I basically gave her all that information. She's like, okay, I'll send it over to the doctor and see what she says. Not 5 minutes later, I got a phone call. But I missed the phone call because I don't know, it didn't ring through, which sometimes my phone does that and it's annoying. So she left a voicemail. But she also sent me an email. And is like, you need to go to the ER ASAP. Your cultures just popped positive for an infection. Mind you, cultures, usually they go for 5 days. And usually you don't start seeing results till about 48 hours. This was less than 24 hours later, and we are already seeing positive cultures. Which means this infection had gone to my bloodstream. Which meant IV antibiotics. Mind you, this was an infection in my belly, around my G-tube, in my belly. And funny enough, this is the bacteria that it grew was methicillin susceptible Staphylococcus aureus or something like that, which is a bacteria found on your skin, not inside your gut. And it typically doesn't cause a ton of problems because it lives on your skin. Humans are colonized with staph. But somehow it made it into my gut and into my bloodstream. So I got admitted. I went back. This is still funnies. So I went back into the ER. I'm like, hey, my doctor told me to come in because my cultures are positive. I'm here. Yeah. So they got me back into a room pretty quick. Both these times, I barely had to wait, which was really nice because also wait times are going to get a little bit better at our ER because it is bigger now. They're still slightly under construction, but they added a bunch of rooms. Anyway, so I'm in there waiting. I'm in so much pain. I'm shivering. I can't stop shivering to the point of every muscle is just so worn out and achy. I could feel every muscle, like every bone in my body. That's how achy I was. Every single joint hurt. I knew this. I had known the night before that this was not a virus. I'm like, no. So we get in there and they rerun cultures and everything. But the doctor is like, oh, yeah, it's just Staph aureus. I'm sure we can just give you an oral antibiotic and send you home. And I'm like, bitch, please. It's in a bloodstream with a person who has a central line. This is like Hannah and I gave her each other a look and got really quiet. And we're just like, yeah, right. We knew exactly. I was not going home. However, a little while later, I got really mad. Given that this was an infection in my belly, I figured we would leave the port alone. But an infectious disease walked in and it's like, so you know you're getting admitted, right? And I'm like, well, I figured that because that's what my doctor said. But this other doctor was like, you can go home on orals. And they're like, yeah, no. He's like, this is one that we don't mess around with. You will be on IV antibiotics. You're getting admitted. Oh, and by the way, we're taking out your port. I was not a happy camper. Not in the least. This port was just put in July. Here's the annoying part though. When they took it out, they're like they were not happy. They don't like it when people, like my IR team, is very protective of me. They do a really great job. They know me really well. I know all of them. I walk in, everybody's like, "Hi, Kai." You know, like I've spent a lot of time in that IR in the last year. So they weren't happy, but they made a comment of not a single sign of infection near the port, in the port, nothing. Everything looked good. They were so mad they had to take it out. I don't even think they sent it off for cultures because there was no point. They're like, this port was not infected. But here's the thing. I did talk to infectious disease again, and they're like, so the reason we pulled your port is A, it's in your bloodstream, and B, this bug sticks to everything, basically. They're like, it's like Velcro for the bloodstream. It's well known for going to the heart valves. It's well known for causing port problems. So they're like, we had to take it out. And they also did 2 tests on my heart to make sure that it hadn't gone to my heart. So, yeah, I was so pissed they took out my port because that also meant IV sticks, peripheral sticks for blood draws, like all that jazz. Mind you, from Wednesday to Saturday, they were able to use my port for medications and fluids and stuff. Because there was no sign of infection there, they were not really worried about the port being used. But I went through about 5 IVs, I want to say. I have a massive bruise from the first one. Or this was from Tuesday. Because when she took out my IV, she didn't put pressure on my arm at all. She just pulled it out and put a Band-Aid on. It looks better than it did. But, yeah, it was not fun. So I am now currently home as of yesterday on IV antibiotics for 4 weeks. So 4 times a day I have to do this injection of antibiotics for an entire month, possibly longer. So, but mind you, cultures are showing negative now. They were showing negative within like 2 or 3 days. Not 2 or 3 days. So they were showing positive, for 2 or 3 days. So I was able to get my port put back in. Now, one downside to all this, they put my port in the exact same spot that it was last time. Which means it's a lot more sore because they were only less than a week apart in surgeries, and it takes time for that area to heal. So they went straight back into that spot, and I'm a little peeved by that for a couple of different reasons. If they were going to move it to my left side of my chest, this side would get a break and my skin would heal. So, yeah. Tom, over the last year, I lost 100 pounds. I have gained 20 of that back. So I went from like 340 something down to 240 something. Mind you, I need to go a lot lower still. Ideally, I would like to be between 150 and 170. 180 max would be my goal. But yeah, over the course of a year, I've lost 100 pounds and then gained 20 of it back, which my nutritionist was kind of happy. I had gained some back because I was dropping it so quickly. I lost most of the weight in a 3-month period. So like in the first 3 months, I lost 60 pounds or 70 pounds. And then slowly over the next few months, I lost the rest of the 100. So I have lost quite a bit of weight. I look back at last year's stuff and I'm like, holy shit, I look so different. I look more myself than I did when I was that heavy. And mind you, I've still got about 100 pounds to go. But right now, we're not focusing on weight loss. It's okay if I lose weight, but we're not focusing on weight loss. We're focusing on nutrition levels. And much to a lot of the population's surprise, fat people can be malnourished. They're actually very likely to be malnourished, quite honestly. But yeah. I've gotten so many comments by doctors, especially my local hospital. I don't really go to my local hospital anymore, kind of because of the comments I was getting. But I literally had a doctor tell me there's no possible way I could have gastroparesis because I wasn't losing weight. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I said I was going to go a while back. Yes, it's pounds. I think we figured out I was 18 stone. 18 point something or another. So, because I think my friend from the UK and I were talking about this the other day. I had to look it up. But anyway, I'm going to go, guys. I'm really loopy. I'm tired. I need to rest. I need to go get something to drink. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But I'm going to go for the day. I might be back on later. We shall see. But for now, I'm going to go and rest and figure out what the rest of the day is going to be like. So, you guys have an awesome afternoon. If I do not see you again, head over to that TikTok link and follow me so that we can work on streaming there. So I will see you all I will see you all later. Have an awesome afternoon. Okay, Tom. Bye-bye, guys.